Hi, my name is Alice and I'm majoring in pre-business economics at UCLA. I transferred from a California community college with a GPA of only 3.76, which was one of the lowest GPAs accepted for my major. I will be sharing the precise steps I took to gain acceptance letters to UCLA, UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara, and UC Riverside. The first step is to scout out UC-affiliated programs in your college. The TAG program stands for Transfer Admission Guarantee and is offered in all California community colleges. It enables you to have guaranteed admission to one campus of your choice, with the exception of UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC San Diego, and a few select majors. To tag a campus, you will have to meet the UC eligibility requirements, which includes completing at least 90 UC transferable quarter units, one math course, and 2 English courses. Keep in mind that it will work as long as your GPA is above 3.4. The TAG application is fairly simple online and it's open from September 1st to 30th, which is before the UC application in November. The UC application is submitted in November of your last year. So if you are planning to spend a total of 2 years at community college, you will be applying during the fall quarter of your second year. When I applied in September 2020, I chose the economics and accounting major in UC Santa Barbara and received guaranteed admission. The acceptance letter for the TAG program is sent out around the same time frame as the other UC campuses, around April to May the following year. For students who desire to increase their chances of getting into UCLA specifically, apply for the TAP program, found on your college website or by asking your counselor. It allows applicants to choose a second non-impacted major, which will then be considered if their first major is rejected. Complete and pass a total of 23 honor units, where 12 honor units must be completed on or before the fall quarter of your application year to fulfill requirements. I applied for the TAP program online through my college website during the fall quarter of my freshman year. My first choice was pre-business economics at UCLA, with linguistics as my alternate major. The reason I chose linguistics as my alternate major is because the requirements should also be fulfilled for your alternate major, and some of those majors have little to no prerequisites, one of which was linguistics. You should prioritize taking your major classes before your general classes, and you can leave the bulk of your general courses for your second year after you submit the application. I also made sure to take at least 12 honor units during the winter and spring quarter of my freshman year and the following fall quarter of my sophomore year. As the required total number of honor units is 23, I took the remaining courses in general courses after I submitted my UC application in winter and spring quarter of my sophomore year. The website that shows all the major classes you have to take before transferring to a UC is called assist.org. Look carefully as each major and each campus have their own prerequisites, and it may be updated from time to time. Sometimes you may see it being blank for the most recent year, but don't panic because it just means that they haven't updated it yet. You could look at the previous year's courses and double check with your counselor to make sure you are on track. It was very useful to me and I looked at my classes ahead of time to plan for the 2 years at community college. Most students spend their first 2 years in a community college, then transfer to a UC for their 3rd and 4th years. Some students with majors that require more courses, such as engineering students, may have to take a 3rd year. You can choose to do that in community college to fulfill all the prerequisites, or in UC, just as long as you take all the courses. To have a competitive application, you are highly encouraged to take all classes required for your major listed in Assist. Many community colleges follow IGETC, which is a series of courses students can complete to satisfy the requirements for general education before transfer. It is completed within the years at community college and has 5 main areas: English communication, math and quantitative reasoning, arts and humanities, social and behavioral sciences, and physical and biological sciences. There are usually 2 to 3 courses in each area, and all students, regardless of their major, will have to take it. There's also an area for foreign languages, and it can be fulfilled if you took 2 years of high school in that language. For me, although I took the IB Chinese exam in high school senior year, it did not fulfill the requirements because I took standard level and they require higher level. However, I also took IGCSE Chinese in sophomore year, and that fulfilled the requirements. If you do not satisfy the requirements through your high school, you will have to choose a language and take a few courses. My college offered either Spanish or Japanese, and students have to take at least 4 courses to fulfill the foreign language section. 4 courses taken back-to-back is 12 months, so plan ahead and start at least a year before you transfer. During your time in community college, make sure to find work or internship opportunities that add on to your application. You can do this either along the instruction weeks or during holidays. One remote internship is called College Leap, which is a nonprofit founded by UC Berkeley Haas students. I was recruited during the end of my freshman year as the Vice President of Membership Enrollments, and I served for several quarters managing the social media accounts and outreach for the National Business Case competition. During the summer months between my freshman and sophomore year, I utilized my time by interning in an overseas organization in the financial services industry. I did this because it was related to my major, business economics, so it shows my passion, and to gain exposure to the work in this field for the future. You may also reach out to your professors to ask if they need teaching assistants or take up tutoring jobs on campus. If there are no opportunities presented to you, you could directly apply to internships in companies related to your field of study. Popular channels include LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, and Handshake. And don't forget to network and connect with people in these companies to maximize your chances. So now you know the steps to take on how to transfer from a California community college to the University of California. Make sure to apply for the TAP and TAG programs to increase your chances of admission, and find work or internship opportunities related to your major to show your interest in the subjects. Don't forget to keep your eye on the timeline. I hope this information has been helpful to you on your path to the UCs.